if you hadn't heard, 3 big pieces of news from Respawn and EA. First of all, let's talk about the 2 permanent fixtures in the game that have been added. Duos, it's a thing. Squad up with your best buddy or best pal. Duos is permanent in Apex Legends now. It joins trios as a regular mode. Kings Canyon, also a permanent map in Apex Legends. It will be joining World's Edge in the rotation. And there is also an event starting on April 7th that revolves around Bloodhound. It's going to be in the northwest region of the World's Edge map. You're going to be battling Prowlers. You're going to get high-end loot. There's going to be other players battling as well. A lot going on there. Legendary skins as well. Full details on the event, which begins on April 7th. I wrote about it at espn.com/esports. So here are my 1, 2, 3 takeaways from this Respawn EA announcement. The first thing I'm going to say is that I think the timing is a little unfortunate. And what I mean by that is that right now in esports and gaming, the headlines are being dominated by games like Animal Crossing. It's being dominated by Warzone charity tournaments. And even Doom Eternal that came out recently isn't getting a lot of attention because there are other games that are getting so much hype right now, led by Animal Crossing. Everyone's talking about Animal Crossing. So this piece of news might have flown under the radar a little bit, but on a normal day, this would be the biggest piece of news that we would hear. So unfortunately, maybe timing was not in Respawn and EA's favor, even though this is significant news. Now, the second thing I want to mention, though, in a more positive note, is that Respawn and EA, I believe, are listening to their fans. As you recall, Kings Canyon was actually a limited time event. Late February, they brought Kings Canyon back to the game for only a few days. And I said in a video at that time that if you love Kings Canyon, what you should do is, if you're a lapsed Apex Legends fan, log on, create an account, and grind that map as much as possible because Respawn and EA are watching the numbers. How many new logins are there? How many new accounts are being made to play Apex specifically during that time when Kings Canyon is back in the game? How much increased hours of play are there? Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm willing to bet that EA and Respawn looked at those numbers and they were very impressed with what they saw in that limited time mode. And for that reason, Kings Canyon is now permanently back because the consumer base said, we love this map, we want it to be permanent, and we want some variety. We do still like World's Edge. Maybe there's some things we don't like about it. I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that have pros and cons for both maps. But at least now there's a choice. At least now you're able to play on both maps permanently. So you have to give credit to Respawn and EA for listening to the consumer base here, because that's what I believe happened here. Number 3, my third takeaway here is, well, if Duos is back permanently, will solos become a thing as well? I'm still waiting for that. We have seen solos in Warzone. It started with trios in Warzone, and now we've added a solos mode, and more modes are continuously being updated in Warzone. Oh, please fix the hacker problem, though. Please, please, fingers crossed, please fix the hacker problem. Anyway, back to Apex Legends. Solos is something that a lot of fans talk about. They love solos mode. It was limited time last year. I believe it was late summer, and maybe it will come back. But this does give hope for those people that would love to see solos in the game, because now we are seeing that it is possible for different team quantities to be added to the game as a permanent fixture like Duos has been. So could there be even more? Could there be teams of 4 or 5 or 6, whatever it might be, or a team of 1? So in my opinion, that will be coming soon. Maybe not later, I should say. Not in the immediate future, because we want Duos and Kings Canyon. We want that news to simmer and to percolate and to allow people to digest it first before we get to solos in the near future. Do I think it's in the plans? I don't know anything for sure, but yes, I do think it's in the plans. I do think that that is being thought about at Respawn and EA. They're looking at it and they're saying, yes, we will add this at some point, maybe in the summer, maybe in the fall. I don't know for sure. I don't have official information, but just a hunch, a gut feeling right here, a gut feeling that solos will be added to Apex Legends in the future. So, my 1, 2, 3 takeaways from all of this news. Yes, it is a little unfortunate timing for EA and Respawn because there's so much else happening in the world of gaming right now. Warzone, Animal Crossing dominating the headlines right now. So maybe this piece of news flew under the radar for a lot of people. Number 2, we got to give credit to EA and Respawn for listening to their fans, especially with the Kings Canyon map. Definitely from that limited time mode in late February, they looked at the numbers, I'm willing to guess, and they said, no, this has to come back on a permanent basis. That was a trial run, and now we're hitting the pavement, hitting the ground running. And number 3, maybe Solos is coming in the near future. If you want more details on these 2 permanent fixtures, as well as the Bloodhound event that is starting on April 7th, head on over to espn.com/esports.